Hello, humans. I've got these headphones that I've had for a couple months, and I'm going to start using them to edit videos because I really like these studio monitors, but after a few hours, my ears hurt. It's good for like 3 hours, but going into the 4th hour, I'm like, need to massage my ears. So I have this Bluetooth dongle. Show you like this. Focus. Focus. See that? I want to see if I can use this with this.
Welcome to the video. This is the intro. What's it about? Well, it's about stuff and things. And before you say it, I had that phrase long before The Walking Dead says me.
First, I'm going to plug this into the computer. Piece of cake. So I don't see it sitting in the system tray of my computer yet. So over here, I'm going to start working on a video for YouTube, but I haven't put any files in it yet. So I'm going to hit Windows button and letter R together on my keyboard and erase that, and I'm going to put device managers shortcut, which is devmgmt.msc. Oh, there it is. This is probably it. So I can confirm BCM 20702A0. Let's go ahead and use Google Chrome. What is Broadcom Bluetooth? Yeah, so that is what that is. Now, whenever I buy a new piece of hardware, I always get the drivers and save them in case I need something later, and also to give me documentation just in case I have an issue and I figure out how to fix it. I write a little file. So let's open up Explorer here and go to where I keep my drivers. On a server, and I went here earlier. Haha, lol. Little full disclosure, I did make sure I already had this before I started the video, and then I stopped and was like, I should show people how to do this because it may be overwhelming and daunting unless someone shows you how easy it is to manage your own drivers. So if you don't already have one, I recommend you have a place to keep your drivers. It could be a flash drive that's like a 16 gigs, or a big hard drive you keep all your pictures on, have a drivers folder in there or whatever. The way I have this one sorted so far, obviously that's a CD that came with it, and you could see it was back before Windows 10 came out, so there was a Windows 7 version, a Windows XP, and a Windows 8 version driver. And then this is what I downloaded, and those are probably different versions. Like you can look at Windows 7, it says 1/27/2016 as the date, and the CD1 was same. Now, why does this say Broadcom and the side of my thing and the CD said ASUS on it? The two biggest manufacturers of networking chips are Intel and Broadcom. That's it. As long as you get the driver for the chip, it doesn't matter what's written on the tin. So I'm going to see what I can do here. Download drivers, Windows 10. See what we can find. It'd be nice if we found an HP one. Go to solution. I don't need to read someone's conversation. I just want to download the file. Firewall or antivirus software. What? That's hard to believe. I'll just do this. This file is probably what I need. Download. I just need that file. Your download should start automatically in a few seconds. Oh, there it is. Is that the same file name? I just copy pasted into my run box with Windows button R. Yeah, it's the same. So I'm going to copy paste this path into here. So I save it into the same folder. I'm going to hit Control-Shift-N for new folder. Windows 10. Now I don't even need to write the date on it because I have 2/28/2020 right here as under date modified. Save. As you can see, kind of like the top half of this, it's still downloading. Can I resize this browser so I can show you better? Alright, it's done. Show in folder. Now, what you want to do is right click and hit properties, or you can hit Alt and Enter while it's selected, and this will bring up the properties menu. HP's driver packs, as well as many other things, are just self-extracting archives. This means they took a whole bunch of files and crammed them all into one with an algorithm that makes them smaller. And it runs that algorithm to unpack those files. Well, you don't necessarily need all of those files for a driver. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. First, I'm going to unblock these files. Because what will happen is if I unpack these, I can't trust that this unpacking program running the algorithm will unblock all the individual files inside, and I might have half of my driver working, the other half not working. So whenever I download something and I know it's legit, I trust drivers.softpedia.com. They've been around a long time. And this also is very familiar to me as a Windows administrator. I recognize the file type and the file naming scheme for an HP driver. Again, it's Broadcom. I want the Broadcom files inside of the HP driver. It doesn't matter if it's HP or ASUS or whatever. So here's another trick. I already have a program called WinRAR installed. I'll show you where you can get it. FileHippo.com probably has it. WinRAR. This is the one. Let's see what, 5.80? Let's see what version I have installed. I should do an update. We'll just do that so you can see that as well. Download the latest version. Shut up, advertisement. All I did was copy paste the path to the top here. And then I want the 64-bit because I know I have 64-bit Windows. How you can tell is if you have 64-bit Windows, you press two buttons together on your keyboard. Windows button and pause break. And you get this menu up. And then here's your, it's called the architecture. So that's 64-bit. So 64-bit will run 32-bit or 64-bit. But it's better to have the 64-bit one. 32-bit will only run 32-bit. Just remember that. That's all you got to remember. Don't worry about all the geekiness about what's the difference. So I got the new WinRAR downloaded. Again, right-click Properties or hit Alt and Enter while selecting the file. 5.80 is the new one. I should have selected that one first. Unblock it. I'll hit Enter to start running it and install. I prefer to leave those alone and then hit Done. And it's like, oh, congratulations, it's installed, and here's where it's installed. I don't care about that. Close that. Close this, I'm done with that. Let's go back to here where I have the Windows 10 driver. Go back. Sorry. We went away from the main subject for a little while. Now we're back to the driver I want to install. Now I'm going to, instead of just running this, I'm going to right click this, and all these are WinRAR options. I'm going to use the option that says extract to folder with the same name as the file. That's what that one means. It's going to make a folder named after that file. As you can see what it's doing there, it made that folder. Now you'll notice that these files None of them have the little blocked message down here because I unblocked the main file earlier. So we have the 64-bit. You see all these files here? And it's got a setup.exe and these other exe files and this MSI, which is a Microsoft installer file. I don't need any of that. None of this. I most likely don't. Worst case scenario, I might have to run one of these. What I'm going to do is put this on the left and then another one on the right so I can show you what happens when you actually install a driver. Because if at all possible, install just the driver, not the program that comes with the driver, because then you're going to have a thing nagging you all the time on your computer. It's like, blah, 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 I'm a program that runs your things, and you're like, go away, I just need to use the thing, I don't need to add the program, right? So, the folder, you don't have to go here, but this is just cool so you can see this. C, Windows, System, 32, driver store, file repository. And then I've had this set to details view, which is you go to view, view, and then details. You hit that one, and then you sort it by date modified with newest on top. So you can see some drivers that I did on February 18th right there, right? Drivers that I installed. So going back to the device manager, again, how do you open that? Is Windows button, letter R together, devmgmt.msc, or you can type device manager in the start menu and open it that way. Alright, so I don't want to overload you guys. Don't worry about it. This is the folder where I have the drivers I downloaded and extracted, right? This is the folder I'm going to show you where they actually get installed to as a backup in case Windows needs them later for like error recovery. And this is device manager where it told me the model of the thing that I need drivers for. Right click this, hit update driver software, hit browse my computer for driver software, the bottom one. Then you have this folder and a browse button. It's fastest just to go like this. You hit Alt D to go up to the top, Control C to copy that whole path. Go back over here, erase all that, hit Control V to paste, and hit Next. Windows could not find. Lame! What if I went up one folder? Up one folder is this button. Close. Nope. Let's try setup.exe. See what it does. It usually works. Trust me on that. I'm going to run this and see what it does. It should do two things. It should make this change to something else, and it should make folders appear over here. If it does, look, it changed it. See, it says USB BT400, and that's the same as it says right here. So far we have success there. Finish. Refresh this. Now we have all of these folders. You see that? Those are what it installed. Now, if you ever have the same situation I just had, where you have to run the installer software and install software you don't want, you go C, Windows, System 32, Driver Store, File Repository. You change your view to details. You sort it by date modified. You find the newest on top. You sort it by newest on top, and you find everything from right then. And you copy paste. All you do is select all of these. I'm holding Shift down on my keyboard, and I'm gonna hit Control C to copy. And I'm gonna go like this: Windows 10 x64 installed. And I hit Control V to paste. Now, if I were to right click and hit properties on all of that, that's 9 point whatever. It's almost 10 megabytes. Nothing. That's nothing. Okay? So Let's say, for example, it installs garbage software you don't want. You uninstall it, and then you go back to Device Manager, the same way I told you earlier about update driver software, like so. Let's say it becomes unknown device again, and then you hit this, browse, and you just copy paste this path into there, and it reinstalls the driver files without the software. Who's calling me? Alright, pause the video while I take this call. Alright, that was my cousin. Haven't talked to him in a while because I keep missing his calls. Heart shapes that I finally got to catch up with him. And this is my Bluetooths for talking on the phone. Take that, put that over there. Alright, so back to where we were. Device Manager. And I have Bluetooth in there now. So I'm gonna get these Raycon. If you want a review on these, comment below. Like always, I'm planning on doing a review based on my own schedule and whatever perks my interest. But if you want a review sooner, comment, I'll do it sooner. So, I'm going to go into Bluetooth in the system tray. I have to adjust my OBS, I think. How do I do this? Oh, that's not too bad. That's easy. Adjust my OBS so you can see down there. And I'm going to right click right here and then hit show Bluetooth devices. Bluetooth is on. That's pretty cool. Windows 10 has an on-off thing right here. Your PC is searching for and can be discovered by Bluetooth devices. So there's no devices in pairing mode. Now, these Raycons have two separate things. And you have to hold the power button down for a while until they both say pairing mode in your ear. The right one just said power on. The right one just said pairing mode. Left one just said power on. Now they just both said pairing mode at the same time. Now this is Raycon E25 earbuds ready to pair. Pair. What? Sure. Whatever, guys. Connected. So let's try some YouTubes. See how it sounds. I'm gonna go watch some Elemental Plays. Elemental Plays. These are videos that I've been watching, and I'm not done watching this one. Unmute. I hear sounds. It works. YouTube. Let's try something this music that I like to listen to. Pomplamoose. Really love this band. Am I talking super loud because I have headphones on? Alright. I'm just quickly going through a couple of tests and then I'm going to end this video. I'm going to do one more test. There's a video that I'm working on called I Can Only Go Back in Time 30 Seconds. And I'm going to go back to Movie Studio. Fix my OBS so you can see the top of it. There we go. Intro, webcam. Oh, it's an MKV. I had to change the thing. So, I'll show you that this is... Woo! OBSception. So go File, Remux, drop this MKV, hit Remux, blah, blah, blah. File's been remuxed. You're ready to actually use it. And drop this MP4 in here. Burp. No, do not change my project settings. Blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to the webcams, blah, blah, blah. And then I got my audio that I did. Bloop. Probably want to do something like this. It looks more like maybe this. I'm not sure. This is something I deal with my videos, is trying to figure out where the claps are. So he says testing, testing right there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Looks decent right there. So I'm going to turn these off. Power off. It's kind of trippy because each one of them says power off at slightly different times, like a couple milliseconds apart. Go back to this. My studio monitor cans. Play! Why you no playing? Sweet! Bluetooth set up! Thanks for watching! Quick video ended. Bye!